In the past few years, Battle Royales have taken the gaming world by storm. Most have some awareness that the genre originates from a 2000 Japanese movie of the same name. This video will trace how the movie Battle Royale came to inspire the genre, and describe the social context of Japan in which the movie was made. Watching this video won't help you get more wins. In fact, just by listening to me, your aim might actually get worse. But I think the historical origin of this gaming phenomenon, an era of collective anxiety, is both fascinating and relevant for the present day. The first game that broke out in the genre was PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG. The Battle Royale movie was in the mind of its principal creator, Brandon Green, from the very beginning. It was his fondness for the film that led to his creating survival game mode mods for DayZ and Arma. These projects would get him noticed by a Korean company, Bluehole, who provided a gaming studio to create what would become a massive hit. Another clue of the influence from the very beginning is that one frequently used piece of official art for the game clearly references Kintaro, an antagonist in the film. In addition to providing a name, the book also contained a basic rule set still in use now. 1. Fighting until only a single winner remains. 2. The random distribution of equipment, and 3. The concept of dangerous zones to keep the participants from camping, keeping things exciting. On a meta level, the movie also annotates casualties of the previous day and the number of remaining participants, not unlike the information available in a typical game's head-up display. The incredible and overnight success of PUBG in implementing these core gameplay aspects led to a number of new entrants, which have met or even exceeded the influence of the original, including Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone. Influences can be seen outside of gaming as well. Through Fortnite, we saw perhaps the high watermark for how a video game can impact mainstream culture, aided by high-profile crossovers and its reverberations across the middle school and high school dance meta. Also, a number of anime were influenced significantly by the concept, for example Danganronpa and parts of Sword Art Online. Fate Stay Night, probably one of the biggest franchises today, also utilizes a Battle Royale setting, though I wasn't able to find clear evidence of a direct link. An offshoot I have to mention is the Hunger Games and the Minecraft survival games. Suzanne Collins, the writer of The Hunger Games, has said that she had no awareness of the Battle Royale franchise until after she had already written the first book of the trilogy. I think this is plausible. More importantly, we'll never know. This very important franchise certainly boosted the popularity of Battle Royale and definitely has a place in the history of the genre, though I think on an independent genealogical track. The rest of this video will cover the influences to the original. Battle Royale was first a 1999 novel by author Koshin Takami, who had the idea of school children made to battle each other to the death. Discussing it with his friends, he later connected it to battle royales in pro wrestling, as well as Stephen King's 1979 novel The Long Walk, in which a totalitarian government organizes a competitive death march for teenagers. Battle Royale was then adapted into a movie in 2000. Director Kinji Fukusaku, born in 1930, grew up with the Second World War and with memories of a struggle for life and death, but also solace that his generation found in the connections of friendship that lasted past the end of the conflict. I found that the movie hints strongly at some of the top issues of the era. The year 2000 capped a difficult decade for Japan. Terminating a tremendous growth streak that peaked in the 1980s, the collapse of an asset price bubble touched off a period of economic weakness that has persisted to some extent to this very day. The 1990s became known as a lost decade for this reason. Particularly relevant for this movie is youth violence, brought to the national spotlight by a number of incidents where children, as young as junior high school students, would attack and kill younger children. This led to education reforms to reduce academic pressure and try and improve socialization of students in their communities. However, I think the movie reflects all varieties of inquietudes apparent in Japan during this time beyond that of just maladaptive youth. In fact, the very first thing we see is an explanation of the troubled era that is the new millennium of fictional Japan. We see one scene where a father complains about his struggles to find a job, echoing increased unemployment and a disruption of the traditionally stable relationship between company and employee. Suicide appears in the movie in several instances, which would have been a matter of national attention after a significant spike in suicide deaths in 1998. This was a shocking reversal because the rate had been gradually declining for most of the 90s before then. The film's depiction of kids fighting for survival can be likened to competitive examinations for limited spots in good schools and universities. One bookworm teetering on the edge of sanity still wonders if he'll be able to go to a good college if he makes it out alive. All of this builds up to another theme present in the film, that of the relationship between adults and children. The film was controversial for its violent content and was given a 15 and up rating in Japan and barred from release in the US. Still, it ended up being a huge hit in theaters and rental shops. Though teens will naturally be drawn to seeing reflections of themselves battling it out, there's also a poignant message to resonate with adults. Even though the Battle Royale is ostensibly intended to punish the failed young generation, what we really see in the film is the youth trying their best and their hardest to cope with their situation, while the adults lament their failure to create a better world for their successors. How about the society of today, in which Battle Royale has received new life primarily in video games? Are people jumping into the arena as an expression of the anxieties that they feel today? No. Modern Battle Royale games don't really have all these storytelling aspects. I think they're popular because it's just a very exciting gameplay formula. The stakes build the longer you live, and you can get the occasional satisfaction of being number one. Certainly, the themes from before of youth violence, academic competition, and intergenerational conflict are eerily topical in today's world. It's just that I don't think that these issues are being unconsciously expressed in the huge popularity of Battle Royale games. The genre has certainly come a very long way since it first started as a successful and controversial Japanese novel. I think knowing about the Japanese feelings of vulnerability during the 1990s really enhances the viewing experience of the film, and provides something to think about as we enjoy and reflect upon the gaming phenomenon that is created in its wake. Ultimately, the movie presents a hopeful message as relevant then as it is now. Things are messed up, but there are those who want to fix it. Some of them are responsible for the problems, while others are innocent but continue to fight for a better future. Although modern Battle Royale games throw us into an imaginary blood sport where each team tries to dominate the others, since starting Apex Legends, my Battle Royale of choice, I've really enjoyed following the artist community, improving my skills, and making this video. Friendship, strength, and creativity can grow from the ashes of battle. Thank you.